Making the chicken and gravy dinner in a jar. Just so you know, it's not thickened until after you open it. So I've got 2 pounds of boneless chicken cut up into 2-inch chunks, 1 cup of finely chopped celery, 1 cup of finely chopped onions, 1 cup of peeled and diced potatoes. It's all in here. And then the seasonings are 2 teaspoons of salt, 1 teaspoon of ground black pepper, 2 teaspoons of poultry seasoning. I didn't have any, so I used sage. And it calls for 4 tablespoons of dry white wine. So what I wound up putting in here was some apple cider vinegar to take the place of that. Chicken broth, and it cans for quart times in quart jars. So let me bring you back when I get things started going. I'm going to start filling my first jar with the chicken and gravy mix. Excuse me. I'm going to put the food, the meat and veg over into the jar. This is supposed to be enough to make 2 quarts. It honestly looks like more than that, but we'll see. It might not be. Get in there. There. Now, as with all of these meal in a jar recipes, they start you out with all raw ingredients. We don't really like the result of canning raw meat. We like it better cooked. So I roasted this chicken last night. Trying to get it down in there. Roasted the chicken last night, but the rest of the ingredients are raw, including potatoes. These are such big cuts. It's hard to get them all down in there right. But you can pack them in pretty good. Alright, let me start putting the broth in there. This is just powdered broth made by Knorr, K-N-O-R-R. I bring it up to 1-inch headspace. Okay, let me work the bubbles out and see if I need more broth. Kind of looks like I'm going to. When you work the bubbles out, it settles in. And you need to remember that anything that's hot going in the jars is expanded. So you may think you're getting siphoning, when the truth is, when it cools down, it may only be shrunk down, not siphoned at all. Wiping the rim of the lid jar. This has got vinegar, soaked in vinegar. That one got hot. Sitting there. Get one of these reusable lids out. Oops, there's 2 of them. These do get preheated. You don't preheat the metal lids. Well, come on now, come apart. Yeah. Excuse me. You don't preheat the metal lids. You just wash those and set them aside. These you preheat. Put the ring on, holding the center. It's spinning too much. That ring may be too rusty. Okay, there. Then you put it over into the canner. Okay, we can get another jar out, fill it, and then I'll bring you back. Okay, all the jars are in the canner. I'm going to put the lid on, vent it for 10 minutes, and bring it up to pressure. Okay, reach pressure, and the weight is rocking. So I'll set my timer for an hour and a half, 90 minutes for quarts of chicken. Okay, there's 2 quarts of chicken and gravy in a jar. I canned them along with these jars of curried chicken. Anyway, there they are. I'm just waiting for them to cool down for a few minutes, and then I'll tighten the rings. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Oh, and I'll be sure to put the link to Harvest Guard lids down in the description box. Thanks again.